Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Boom Shaka and I welcome you to my channel. It's really interesting to see all of your comments on the channel, either defending me or berating me, and it's so interesting how people have their different opinions about how YouTube videos should be done. It's fascinating to me, and I'm so excited to be part of this movement where people like me are able to share their opinions and insights on a video like this, put it up there, and have thousands of people look at it and give their opinion. It's so interesting, isn't it? In this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about how one of the reasons why I wanted to, or I started doing these videos, there's so many reasons, but one of the main reasons was I get so many messages from people. It's so sad sometimes when I get these messages because it's just so many people messaging me exactly the same thing, saying that, I wish I had known this information earlier, because I thought for the longest time, for my entire life until this point, and they might be in their 50s, 60s, 40s, even their 70s, and they're like, until this point I thought that I was crazy, that I was insane, that I was broken, that I was useless, that I was, just a burden on society, because because I didn't actually understand that all the different things that I am are actually gifts rather than shadows, right? And so I get this message a lot, and I get it. I get it so much because I understand it, because I've had that happen to me as well. And I think that's one of the reasons why I started doing these videos, is because I want you guys to have that aha moment. And that's why you guys, that eureka moment, that's why you guys message me with so many exclamation points and so much enthusiasm and so many capitalizations, because you're like, oh my God, basically your whole worldview, your whole entire way of looking at yourself in this world has completely been switched around. You have this lightning moment in your head. You've had this eureka, like light bulb go off about your head, and you think to yourself, wow, I had no idea. I wish I had known this earlier, but thank God I know it now, right? And I want that light bulb moment for every person on this planet. Not only just INFJs, because of course we deserve it, because we have a lot of people telling us that we're crazy. But in general, everyone on this planet, I wish we could have that light bulb moment where we realize, shit, I'm not unworthy. I'm not a waste of space. I'm not a useless piece of crap. I'm not whatever people tell us that we are. We're not that. I'm not that. And they have that lightning moment, that aha moment, and they think to themselves, okay, cool, no, I'm not crazy, and I'm not broken, and I'm not useless, and I can actually contribute to the planet, and I can do something with my life, and whatever I put my mind to, if I put my mind to it and I do my best, I will succeed, because I'm not a piece of crap. Does that make sense? A lot of you guys have had parents. I'm not saying that, parents are to blame. They themselves had crappy parents, and people don't know really how to be a parent, I think, a lot of times. Or they're doing the best they can, really. They're coming from their own place, their own life experiences. So a lot of you have been told horrible things by your parents, that you are a waste of space, that you are a piece of crap, that you are, useless, that you'd never succeed, you're never going to amount to anything, you're never going to do anything useful with your life. All of that stuff, right? I think our parents say this to us because they want us to succeed. They want us to be better than we are, actually. And I understand where it's coming from, but obviously a lot of it's just hurtful, and it's actually not useful to our self-esteem, our self-efficacy, all of that stuff. The reason I do these videos also a lot is that until I had that moment of aha, that moment of lightning bulb, the light bulb thing, that, oh my God, this is what I am. I'm not crazy. I'm just this is my personality. And I began to learn to love myself as I was, not trying to change myself. There were so many little things that I did, that I understood to be just part of my personality, that I used to want to change about myself. The fact that I'm very spontaneous at times, the fact that I'm very impulsive at times. But I gather all this information, and then I make a decision. It seems impulsive, and it seems like I'm always changing my mind, but it wasn't actually the case. The fact that I have a lot of energy and a lot of mental acuity, not to boast or anything, but I think faster than most people, and I know you guys have the same issue. So then a lot of times I'm like waiting for people to catch up to me, and I thought that I was just being an idiot, because I thought that maybe I wasn't understanding properly. Maybe it was my fault. Maybe maybe they were understanding more than me, and I was just, I was not doing things properly. More than that, I used to despise myself, and I hated myself because I did not know how to be in relationships. I didn't know how to be in friendships. I didn't know how to be, even with my parents and my family. I had no idea how to behave with them. Sometimes I would just watch my sister and brother to see how they do things so that I know how to do things. But I was so confused. I had no idea how to do things because if I was myself, then they would always be angry with me. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I can't be myself anymore. But how do I be? I have no idea. I was so confused all the time about that, right? There's so many other things. I mean, like, there's so many reasons that I did not like myself, right? But as soon as I learned, and this is such a small thing, guys, and I know you probably don't think that much of it. You're like, oh yeah, cool, I'm an INFJ. But for some people, it was literally the difference between life and death. Before we figured this out, it was like we were zombies. We had no idea. We were living. We were chameleons, and we were kind of emulating everyone around us, and we didn't really know how to behave because everyone hated the way we behaved when we were normally or truly ourselves. And then all of a sudden we realized, oh, it doesn't really matter. The people who are going to like you for being authentically you are going to like you no matter what. And the people who are going to hate you for being authentically you are going to hate you no matter what. So let me just be myself, kind of thing, right? And also the fact that I'm not crazy is just one of the personality types out there in this universe, in this world. And there are hundreds of thousands of millions of people around the world like me. And so all of a sudden, again, you don't feel as alone. You don't feel like that you are an island upon yourself, that you're the only crazy person on this planet, that everyone else knows what they're doing, everyone else is, comfortable and happy and authentic, and you're the only person on this planet who's walking around with a bag over their head, wanting to put a bag over their head, right? So hopefully, and I know I've gotten a message from some of you guys saying, you've had that aha moment, you've had that light bulb moment, and you feel like you're literally being reborn from the ashes like a phoenix, right? And one of you is actually called K Phoenix, so I love that. But for those of you who haven't had that moment yet, it is still coming, and you guys have nothing to worry about. You have no need to be impatient about it, because the more information that you gather, and that's the main thing about an INFJ. A lot of you guys don't comment at all, and I know you are watching my videos, but you never comment because it takes INFJs a little bit of time to gather all of the information, to kind of cull all the information and bring it all together, and then mull over it for a long period of time, analyze it, discuss it with yourself, and then eventually say, okay, cool, I believe this is the right thing, I'm good with it, and then you can make a step towards it. The same thing with my channel. A lot of you guys message me saying, I've been watching your channel for months now, but I've never commented before. And I totally get it. I totally get it because I'm exactly the same way. It takes me a long time to gather all the information, and then once I gather it, then I can make an action step towards whatever I'm trying to get to. Even with YouTube, it took me eons to feel comfortable and to realize, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to start my channel. I'm ready to start doing these videos. It took me a long time to figure that out. But as soon as I made that decision, boom, I was there, right? And so this is exactly the same thing with INFJ. So if you're not there yet, if you haven't had that light bulb moment, if you haven't had that aha moment, don't worry about it. Don't worry if you don't feel comfortable enough yet with being an INFJ, because that's what it is. I think that we live two lives, one before and one after. Not INFJ, but specifically before, when we think, okay, we're not comfortable with the idea of being who we are, and then after, when we're absolutely comfortable with every aspect of ourselves. And I think those are two lives that we live. And I really want you guys to get to the second life, the second half of your life, where you're like, yes, I am this crazy person, I am this authentic, quirky person, and either you take me for who I am and accept me, or you don't. And so if you don't accept me, just leave. I don't need you in my life. And if you do, then stay. And let's have some fun with this little precious life that we have right now, right? I don't know if this makes sense to you guys. I thought of this actually while I was laying in bed last night. I woke up in the middle of the night, like literally at midnight, at 12 o'clock. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, why did I wake up? And all of a sudden I had this moment where I thought to myself, I want to talk about this light bulb moment that I had when I first realized, whoa, I'm an INFJ and I'm not crazy, right? And it was because of my ENTP friend. He introduced it to me, and he was talking about it. And I'm like, what are you talking about, right? But he's a very smart guy. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna discount everything that he says. He started telling me about it. I took the test. I came up INFJ. I read a little bit about it. I was like, whoa, this sounds really cool. I read a little bit more about it. I watched a few videos. Basically, what you guys are probably doing as well in your journey. And the more I learned about it, the more I realized all of these weird things that I hated about myself are just my personality things. So I have nothing to worry about, nothing to berate myself for, nothing to hate myself for. And that's when, I had that shift. That's when I started doing a lot of these things that I'm doing right now. Like starting my podcast, quit my job and started my own business online, started moving around the world, started traveling, quit all those relationships that made me feel like crap, left all those people that, did not like me for who I was, and started this YouTube channel. So all the different things that are happening in my life happened after that aha moment where I was like, okay, cool, I'm not crazy. I have something to give to the world. I'm gonna do it. I'm not I'm not gonna waste my time anymore on this planet. I've already wasted so much time hating myself. So let me kind of do something good with these few precious moments I have left. And let's see how long I have to live before I go on to the next life, kind of thing, right? So I hope this makes sense to you guys. I really wanted to share this with you guys. And I hope I've been able to make myself clear. If you guys have any questions at all, please, please, please let me know in the comments below. I'm always here listening, reading, and waiting for you guys to comment. And if you guys have anything personal or private you want to ask me, you can email me. My email address is again in the description below. All right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.